Hi everyone, Sharon here, Simple Sacred Everyday. Of late, I've had this felt sense that I kind of need to recalibrate myself and start to adapt to this natural rhythm of the winter season. This felt sense that I need to just slow myself down a little and shift from the responsibilities and the obligations and expectations that I hold and start to bring my attention inwards and move it down into the body. This is the quality of the winter season. And today I thought I would take you through a practice to help you recalibrate yourself, get you into your body and help you shift perhaps from habits of overworking or ruminating or feelings of overwhelm or trying to keep up, of dropping into this winter rhythm and allow just a little more time in your day for reflection, for nurturing, and also just to help you navigate this season with a little more balance and a little more harmony. To help us do that, I've got a practice for you which is a restorative yin practice, working with the energies of the winter season of the kidney meridian in the body and the bladder meridian in the body. These meridians are based on traditional Chinese medicine meridians, with the kidney meridian starting in the soles of your feet, just at that point, in between the ball of the big toe and the rest of the foot. That kidney line running up the inside of the leg, up through the pelvic floor, into the pelvis and back into the kidneys and up into the body. And then the complementary meridian to that kidney meridian as it runs up the body is the bladder meridian, which runs down the back of the body. So we want to work with the kidney meridian to just help find that balance to perhaps some of the overworking, overthinking, overwhelm, just to help balance out that kidney meridian. And also working with the bladder meridian, which cools and calms the nervous system down. And so we get these natural watery energies moving a little more harmoniously through the body. You won't need any fancy props. Maybe a yoga mat, if not, a blanket on the ground, just as good. And you could use a bolster if you wanted to. I've just got the cushion off the seat of one of my couches here, and I'll use that as a support for me and my practice. Comfortable clothing, you don't need to put your yoga gear on. Let's begin. So we'll begin our practice seated on the floor, and you might like to slide a blanket underneath those sit bones. Knees are bent and feet out in front of you, and just resting your hands on your legs. The spine is tall. The gaze is soft. And just allow yourself just a few moments to arrive here into this shape. Attention resting on the breath. That breath gathering ourselves up and drawing ourselves and our attention down and into the body. Take a breath in, lengthening the spine. And as you breathe out, slowly folding the body forward and only go as far as you feel comfortable. If a forward fold isn't comfortable for you, that's okay. You could stay seated or keep the legs where they are, and you could recline the body back onto the floor or even onto a prop, just to take off any strain that you may feel with the traditional positioning of butterfly pose. Once you have yourself settled in your pose, allow your attention to rest on the breath, noticing sensations in the body. Notice if there's a part of you that's wanting to push or force the body into the shape. Just give that part of you a little smile, and then allow that part of you just to take a step back and allow time to bring depth into the shape. Anytime you notice that attention is wandering, you just bring yourself back. Notice the breath, sensations in the body, sounds around you. Butterfly pose is the perfect pose to begin a practice like this. It gently stimulates or tensions the major energy meridians of the body, getting into the insides, the outsides of the legs, getting into the back of the body, gentle compression in the front of the body if you're in a forward fold, and also into the arms as those hands slide along the floor. Can you allow this body to rest back and relax just a little more? Smoothing the brow, unclench the jaw. And taking a breath in through the nose, filling the chest and the lungs. And then breathing out through the mouth. A real sense of arrival and surrender to this moment. This breath, a beautiful reminder of this natural rhythm of the world. This sense of drawing in, of receiving, of opening. A sense of integration, embracing, and this sense of softening, releasing, surrendering. A cycle that is governed by a force far greater than us. Taking one more deep breath in through the nose and a beautifully releasing breath out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, slowly bringing yourself out of the posture. If you're on your back, you could just slowly extend those legs. If you're seated, bring the knees together and just let those legs extend along the floor, and you can just rest your hands back onto the floor. And a real sense of allowing this body to melt and receive the benefits of the butterfly pose. From here, we'll make our way down onto our backs. You won't need any props underneath you. We want to lie directly on the floor, although you could have a blanket if you needed underneath the head. And we'll lie with the knees bent and the feet on the floor. Just taking those hands out to the side, just roughly in line with your shoulders. Big toes, ankles and knees are touching here. And we'll press the feet into the floor, we'll lift the hips and just bring that left hip onto the ground, or the left buttock onto the ground, and slowly lower the knees to the left. Now if you feel in need of a little more release down into the hips and into the sacroiliac joint, then keep those knees where they are. If you're feeling as though you just need a little more release, more up into the spine, then slowly draw those knees a little closer towards your chest. If you're feeling a little congested in the shoulders, then you can take that right arm and just rest it on the floor above your head. And you could place a blanket underneath that arm to make it a little more comfortable. You can keep the head neutral here, or if you need a little more release into the shoulder, right shoulder, turn your head to the left. Or you could keep that head neutral or turn it to the right, and that gets a little more release up into the upper spine. If the knees are uncomfortable, you could place a cushion or a blanket underneath the knees. And then once you are comfortable, then allow that body just to rest back and relax. Using the vehicle of the breath to keep you here in this moment, keeping you connected to a natural rhythm. There's nowhere else you need to be, and there's nothing else you need to do. This is a wonderful shape which gently tensions the kidney line, the bladder line, and also gets into the gallbladder line, which runs up the outsides of the legs and hips and into the side body. The beauty of these postures is there's nothing you need to do in the pose. Just the simple positioning of the body does the work for you. Taking a breath in through the nose, filling the chest and the lungs. And as you breathe out, again, just allow the body to surrender just a little more to the earth. Imagining there's a softening through the belly. Taking a breath in through the nose again. And as you breathe out, starting to slowly bring yourself out of the shape. And let's let those arms rest down by our sides. The knees can be bent, feet on the floor, or you could extend the legs long against the ground. Really relishing this opportunity to pause. Listening to the stirrings of your inner life. Then we'll lift those knees again, feet onto the floor. We'll press into the feet, lift the hips, and you'll take the pelvis now to the left, so it's the right buttock and hip on the floor, and allow the knees to lower to the right. Now, if you need a blanket underneath or a cushion under those knees, you're very welcome to position one there. You can take the arms out to the side with the option of bending the left arm above your head, and you can support that with a blanket underneath the arm. You can keep the head neutral, or you can turn the head to look to the right, or roll the head and turn the head to look to the left. And allow yourself now to rest here in this lying twist. Anytime you notice your attention wanders, you keep bringing yourself back to the breath, back to sensations in the body, sounds that you can hear, perhaps the rhythm of your own heartbeat. Bringing yourself back to this field of awareness that connects you to the grander rhythms and cycles of this world, of this life. This rhythm that governs not only us, but the movement of the ocean, the sun through the sky, the cycles of the moon, the transition of the seasons. We are a part of these greater systems and cycles. So allow your body to soften and relax into these supports. Taking a breath in through the nose, filling the chest and the lungs. And as you breathe out, relax the body back. Taking another breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, lazily bring yourself out of the twist, coming to rest with the knees bent or the legs long against the floor. Just getting that body comfortable, relaxing back. Draw those knees now in towards your chest, hands holding those shins or behind the knees. Can you allow your knees to come apart and keep the feet together as best that you can? And you could stay here and just rest your hands on your ankles or on the shins or behind your knees. Or you might like to take yourself into a happy baby pose. Hands holding the feet or the ankles or behind the knees. A shape to finish our practice which tensions the bladder line. So calming and quietening the nervous system. It's also an inversion which the nervous system finds particularly soothing. Also gently tensioning the kidney line on the inner thighs. Bring your attention back to your breath and continue to bring yourself back to presence as often as you can remember. Another breath in through the nose, moving deep into the body with that breath. Then a releasing breath out through the mouth and allowing the body just to relax a little more into your shape. We'll bring the feet back together again. We'll draw the knees back together again. Lower your feet down onto the ground. And you can keep those feet there, moving the legs pelvis distance apart. Or you have the option to bring the soles of the feet together again into a reclined bound angle pose or a reclined butterfly pose. Take your left hand onto your chest, right hand low down on the belly. Breathing in, imagine as you breathe in, you're drawing in an energy into the body that gathers in at the heart center. And as you breathe out, that energy moves down through the body and gathers in at the belly center. The belly softens to receive this energy. Breathing in, drawing energy into the body, gathering in at the heart center. And as you breathe out, that energy moving down, soothing and softening the belly center. Just remaining with that visualization of your breath for the next few rounds. When you're ready, you can let go of that visualization. Lazily bring the legs back together and extend those legs long against the floor, arms down by your side. Letting yourself rest here in Shavasana for as long as you need. I'll leave you here now. And as you move into the rest of your day, your evening, the rest of the week, keep reminding yourself to relax back into this natural rhythm of this winter season. So lovely to practice with you.